Buckle up, because this Hollywood tea is about to spill all over the place. Word is, Beyonce's so-called former surgeon just dropped a bomb that's shaking every corner of the internet. His claim: Queen Bey has allegedly been nudging Blue Ivy toward plastic surgery to upgrade her look. Yep, he went there. Let's not forget, the world's been nitpicking Blue's appearance since she was a baby. Trolls tore into her features for years, making her the punchline of nasty comments. Now, this latest drama hints that all that hate may have pushed Beyonce to go full makeover mode. Recently, fans have been raving about Blue's transformation, calling it a jaw-dropping glow-up, but here's the kicker. The surgeon insists it wasn't natural at all. He swears she's had procedures, even claiming to have the full alleged surgery list. Social media is on fire, and the whispers are getting louder. More upgrades could be on the way. This mess, it's snowballing fast, and it's only getting messier from here.
No 13-year-old of mine is gonna be doing all of this in front of no grown. I don't give a f you talking about. I don't give a f you ain't doing it. Do that shit you grown or old enough to do it. So guess, little Beyonce, go ahead, cause later on she just training y'all next in line, cause Beyonce 40 something. How long she gonna shake that like J-Lo? Cause they got to. You're a puppy. They get mad cause I say that. Then they say this and say that. Girl, your mother is Beyonce. They got billions of dollars. She can do a lot of with that little girl. That little girl could be influential somewhere, talking about real good things, mental health, stuff with children. She's only 13. Ain't nothing wrong with a 13.
From the moment Blue Ivy made her debut as Beyonce's firstborn, the world became obsessed, and not in a cute way. The comparisons to her superstar mom came fast and brutal. Social media wasted no time tearing into everything from her nose to her hair, and trust me, it got downright ugly. Sure, a handful of people defended her, but let's be real, most of the attention was pure cruelty. One of the lowest points, when Blue was still just a toddler and people were already coming for her hair, calling it uncombed and dragging her for no reason. She was a baby, for crying out loud. Sick behavior. And it wasn't just faceless trolls. Nope, even Saucy Santana decided to hop on the mess. He replied to a tweet saying, "I just want to be like Blue Ivy," with the shady jab nappy, like, "Excuse me." Then, as if that wasn't enough, he doubled down with, "I'm sorry, but Northwest clears Blue Ivy, have several seats." That one still gets people heated to this day. And here's the kicker, when the internet called him out years later, did he apologize? Not a chance. Instead, he fired back, throwing around fake woke B-words and launching into a loud, unapologetic rant about how nobody really cares about old tweets. The audacity was unreal. His whole energy was loud, defensive, and dripping with the kind of pride you only have when you know you stirred the pot. Meanwhile, Blue Ivy was just trying to be a normal kid, but the internet refused to give her space. Instead of letting her grow up in peace, people stayed laser-focused on one thing: did she look enough like Beyonce? It stopped being about Blue as an individual and turned into this exhausting side-by-side beauty contest. The unspoken rule seemed to be, if she didn't look exactly like her mom, she didn't deserve the spotlight, and that kind of pressure. It's brutal. As she got older, the obsession didn't die down, it just switched lanes. Now it was all about her style, her outfits, her red carpet moments. Every step she took had to be flawless, as if people forgot she's still a kid. And the comparisons didn't stop at Beyonce. Oh no, Jay-Z got pulled into it, too. Memes started popping up with side-by-side shots of Blue and her parents, all asking the same shady question: did she even get the right genes? That's not just petty, that's foul. Her hair, her face, her features, everything was suddenly under a microscope. And let's be real, a lot of that judgment was dripping with Eurocentric bias that completely erased who she is at her core. She's a young black girl. And that kind of criticism doesn't just fade, it leaves scars. This wasn't just shade. It was an allowed attempt to chip away at her identity. And now, the plot's getting thicker than ever. Whispers are swirling that her entire image is being micromanaged behind closed doors. Gossip blogs and blind items are fanning the flames, claiming Beyonce and even Tina Knowles are quietly frustrated that Blue doesn't look more like Bey. Word is, Her glam team goes into overdrive before every public appearance, allegedly softening her features for the cameras. And here's the jaw-dropper. Some insiders are whispering that Beyonce's camp might be planning a future nose job for Blue once she's older. Wild, right? A fresh blind item just hit the scene, promising to spill the real mess behind all the glitter and stage lights. According to this scoop, Blue Ivy, heir to one of the most image-obsessed dynasties in the game, is already feeling the weight of not matching the brand look. On the outside, she's living the fantasy, Grammys, red carpet glam, and a VIP pass to her mom's superstar empire. But sources claim that behind the scenes, there's tension no spotlight can hide. The TI Queen Bey and matriarch Tina are allegedly pressed that the princess of their empire favors her billionaire dad, Jay-Z, more than her mother's legendary face card, and apparently, that's causing some serious behind-the-scenes stress. That behind-the-scenes stress, it's real. Word is, Blue's glam team has been grinding overtime before every stage appearance and Instagram drop, allegedly tweaking and softening certain features to fit the brand's picture-perfect image. And here's where it turns from messy to downright heartbreaking. Insiders claim the pressure is starting to weigh heavy on Blue herself. She's just a kid, yet already tangled up in the cutthroat politics of grown-up beauty standards. They say Blue Ivy isn't clueless either. She's seen the comments, she knows the chatter, and according to sources, it's starting to get under her skin. The whispers go even deeper. Apparently she started experimenting with makeup way earlier than most kids, all in an effort to look more like Beyonce and steer away from the constant Jay-Z twin talk. And if you think this is just a phase, rumor has it there's a full-blown long-term image makeover plan already in motion, with conversations about future refinements quietly happening behind closed doors. Once she's older, those whispers about a possible nose job, yeah, insiders swear those conversations have already gone down behind closed doors. And at the heart of it all, Mama Bear Beyonce is allegedly steering this entire makeover mission, determined to shape Blue Ivy into the next megastar, whether Blue's even asking for it or not. Let's be real, when your last name is tied to billions and global fame, the pressure to create a legacy act is no joke. But here's the catch, not everyone's clapping for this. Plenty of fans and supporters are calling out the non-stop rumors and the way Blue's being picked apart in the spotlight. They're saying it's not just wrong, it's toxic. Putting this kind of pressure on a kid, critiquing her features, and even floating the idea of surgeries. That's not just shady, it's flat out dangerous. Kids aren't built to handle that level of public scrutiny, especially over their appearance. And now, people are also side-eyeing how quickly Blue Ivy's being shoved into grown-up territory, from full glam makeup looks to high-pressure red carpet moments. It's all raising serious eyebrows. Makeup looks to stage-ready dance routines and outfits that scream grown woman instead of kid. It's no wonder people are raising their brows. The worry, she's being fast-tracked into adulthood under the gaze of millions. Even Tokyo Tony jumped into the fray. Yes, that Tokyo Tony blasting Beyonce for putting Blue in situations that just don't sit right for someone her age. And let's be honest, when she's the one waving parenting red flags, the internet will pay attention. It's sparking serious conversations about what it really means to grow up under a blinding spotlight. Is the fame worth it? Is the image worth the cost? Blue Ivy's story isn't unique in Hollywood, but what sets it apart is the relentless, day-one pressure she's been under. Wild expectations, non-stop commentary from her looks to her future career plans. People have dissected her like she's not even a child anymore. And this isn't just about Blue, it's a symptom of a much bigger Hollywood disease, where image and reputation start running lives way too soon. But for her, that pressure is magnified by the empire she was born into, especially with a mother whose image is flawless, calculated, and always camera-ready. That sky-high standard. It's not just there, it's practically welded above her head, and the judgment. It hasn't let up for a second. Beyonce herself has been under the same microscope for years. For years, especially when it comes to her place in the beauty conversation. Critics have repeatedly called out Beyonce for her straightened hair and noticeably lighter skin, claiming she's leaning into Eurocentric beauty ideals. That debate has been loud, messy, and impossible to ignore. Then came the Renaissance era. Suddenly, the online chatter hit a fever pitch. People swore her skin looked even lighter in photos and videos. Cue the wildfire rumors about skin bleaching. The discourse blew up, and somehow, Blue Ivy got dragged into it too, simply for being her daughter. Things spiraled so far out of control that Tina Knowles herself stepped into the ring to shut it down. And she didn't just defend, she swung. Her clapback was sharp. She does a film called Renaissance where the whole theme is silver. Silver hair, silver carpet, silver attire. And you bozos decide she's trying to be a white woman and bleaching her skin. Duh, she wore silver hair to match her silver dress. It's a fashion statement. Clown. Yeah, she said it. Tina was clearly done playing nice. And honestly, can you blame her? She made it clear that Beyonce stays in her lane, minds her own business, and uses her platform to support black women and underdogs every single chance she gets. But no matter how much Beyonce gives back, the hate doesn't quit, it just shifts targets, and now, it's landing squarely on Blue Ivy. The world doesn't see her as a regular kid, they see her as Beyonce's daughter, expected to step out flawless every single time. The second she misses that picture-perfect mark, the internet pounces with side-by-side comparisons and ruthless critiques. The pressure is relentless. Beyonce's straightened hair and lighter skin, whether people admit it or not, have become the beauty benchmark the public demands. So when Blue steps out looking more like Jay-Z, the whispers start like it's some kind of scandal. And let's be real, Jay-Z has never been hyped in the media for his looks, which only sharpens the spotlight on Blue. It's a twisted, ugly double standard, and if that surgeon's claims are even halfway true, then Beyonce and Mama Tina might allegedly be doing everything possible to shift Blue's image away from her dad's features. Sounds outrageous to regular folks, but in Hollywood, kids getting procedures young is practically an open secret. Bella Hadid reportedly had a nose job at 14, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Fillers, minor tweaks, and quiet makeovers. Common practice. Word is, some celeb parents allegedly start the process long before the public notices, so when their kids debut a new look, it's framed as just growing up. Behind the scenes though, the makeover machine is running full speed, so if anyone asks, they can smile and say, "Oh, it's just puberty. Nothing to see here." It's all about controlling the story before the story controls you, and now, the buzz is that Beyonce and Mama Tina might be steering Blue Ivy straight down that same Hollywood assembly line, whether it's about locking in her it girl image or guarding the family brand's flawless reputation. The blind items are painting it as a long-term, calculated move to protect both the empire and the bag. But here's the real question, is this crossing the line? Should kids be allowed to grow up naturally, without the crushing weight of image control and beauty politics? Or is this just another day in the cutthroat world of fame? Sound off in the comments. I'm talking all your hot takes, unfiltered. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this with someone who lives for the drama. And stick around, because trust me, the next tea I'm about to spill, it makes this look like child's play.